Hey guys, your boy Matt Mitch. This is Mitchell Wheeler. Today I'm gonna just talk about what's been going on about the past month and a half. Shit's not been going according to plan. My brother, he thinks I messed up quitting this job, everything. So, following to about 2 to 3 months ago, I was working, or should I say, starting to work for Walmart here in town, and it's a super center. One of the biggest Walmarts here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Um, I basically started out doing my training for about a week and a half, and they had us doing pathways, CBLs, and all that, where we get our box cutters, and we can use the balers and everything. Well, when we got on third shift, everything was going good for the first couple of nights, and the following week and the next week. Well, I think it was like after the third or the fourth week, I requested to get put into maintenance because I have anger issues and I have depression issues and all that. I have dealt with depression for 6 years, seen somebody talk to him about it. It basically fades out. That's how we should put it. The depression fades out. Well, when I'm working this job, I'm stressing. Stressing puts me in depression. The depression started coming back on me. And I told my manager, I was like, this is a problem. I'm literally wanting to switch a position. And this is a support manager I'm talking to. And not to even include the funny story behind him that's fixing to be told here in a few minutes. I talked to him and I was like, hey man, I know I'm supposed to not be complaining about this, but I was going to see if you can talk to my manager that's over you and see if you could do something. Just basically, put it this way, see if I could get a change shift or position in the job, either to cashier or maintenance. He said, which one would you prefer? I said, maintenance. He said, okay. So it's been about a week or two, about 3 weeks after it's been told to him. And finally the third week, and it's about the next week or two before I get into maintenance. I'm lagging a lack of skill of performance. I was going slow. I was on aisles, like one aisle. Actually, it's 2 aisles, but it's called one aisle. For a whole entire night, I was struggling to keep up with my stocking skills. I got offered this job, or not offered, but I had called in for this job and basically just asked if they were interested in my application. Now, they didn't tell me that the managers were going to be like this or anything like that. Well, we're getting back to the store now. I go into work, third shift, and me and my brother carpool together, and basically I'm on this aisle till almost 6 or 5 o'clock in the morning from 10 o'clock in the afternoon. The day later, or the day before third shift, it kicks in, and 10 o'clock to 6, and it basically is like, what he came up to me, my support manager did, and basically said, why are you still in this aisle? And I was like, I'm just not being able to go fast. He's like, well, if it happened again, me and you are going to go into the cooler or the freezer, either one, and we're going to talk where no cameras, nobody, or anybody else can hear me and you discuss why you are lacking performance of it going slow. And I was like, okay, and I just did my job. I did as best as I can. I just ignored what he said. Well, I got into maintenance the following 2 weeks after he said this. And basically, I was doing my maintenance job. I was going in and out of maintenance because they were just testing me to see how I do. One night I would do stock for like almost about 2 to 3 hours, and then I would go over to maintenance for the rest of the night. Well, it's the following week that I get put on maintenance for the position for the rest of my job and everything. It's about two to 3 nights after I've started doing maintenance. We got the 10 o'clock meeting fixed to go on to 10:30 because that's when I'm supposed to be there on my shift. Well, she talks to the maintenance guys, that's me and my buddy here, and then my supervisor. And after that, supervisor and me stays in there, and she tells the other dude to go away. I was like, okay. So I'm trying to figure out what the hell I've done wrong. I mean, literally, what have I done? So the following night before this day that came, that I was coming in for my third shift job, basically, I was talking to a group of co-workers that I work with at Walmart, used to work with, and we're just talking here and there. We were not talking very long. I was just coming in, talk there while I was walking up and down the aisles. And apparently, my manager, my top manager that's over me for third shift, was stalking me, harassing me, and threatening me. The threatening was due to, she was saying that you cannot do this, you cannot mess around, you gotta get this job done. And in the threatening part, check this out. She said, oh yeah, I will write you up the first time, and you will go through a disciplinary course. Something like boot camp, but they teach you not to talk. First of all, I've got lack of social skills. Y'all might not notice it on my channel, but that was one of my main social skill lacks in my life. And they're telling me that I can't speak on the job. Are you kidding me? So I just let it blow off. Well, after that happened, I'm still doing my job that night. And my manager is actually stalking me. Literally, every time I move up an aisle, she would move up another aisle. And I was like, what in the hell have I done wrong? So I'm doing my job, and she keeps on doing it. I'm like, okay. Well, I would look at her, she looked at me. I said, okay, that's not normal. And they kept on watching me the whole entire night, and that was the problem. I'm like, this is not right. Why is my manager watching over me the whole entire night and not doing her job as well? She's putting up merchandise in different spots, but not finishing it off. And I'm okay. I'm like, this is not right. So every time I moved up an aisle, sweeping up and down the aisle, that's when she moved. Moved up every different aisle, across from almost about 5 rows, or about, it was like center way of the store, and I was on the left side of the store, put it that way. I was basically going in through the underneath the aisles, sweeping it out and in. I'll turn around and I'll see her looking at me like she was saying, oh yeah, I'm here, I'm watching you, better not screw up. But it was getting noticeable. I told my coworkers, I was like, hey, did we talk a lot that last night before this happened? And I was like, no, dude, we didn't talk that long. It's just here and there. And I was like, yeah, I thought the same thing, to tell you the truth. And they basically said that she should not have no right to say that. And plus, not even mention my manager is sick. And I'm wondering why she's coming in on a sick voice. She is losing her voice, that's the problem. And my brother 2 days still says that she has not had her voice back completely 100%. And it just confused me. Why is she working and then have an attitude toward me? So I'm just trying to figure this out. And I talked to my mom, my grandmother, and my brother about it. And I told them, I said, I'm really thinking about quitting this job. It's bullshit. And I wanted to keep this job, don't get me wrong. This job was paying well. I just bought a 4K TV with my last check before I quit my job. And I was going to buy a new Xbox One X too with the next paycheck. Just use it. And it kind of went down shit stream, man. Now I'm having to deal with not having a job right now due to their lack of shit. And then I call ethics hotline number, and they're saying that this is not considered as a threat. Well, my mom is throwing up a good point. If this shit would not happen, I would have kept this job. So it kind of hurts me in a way, because it throws my job reputation up for a really high volume of not having a job right now. So I don't know. I'm thinking about doing YouTube for a full-time job right now. Get sponsored by somebody. I don't know. Or do just with this next check, pull out $100, get an Elgato, and start doing video captionings. So I don't know what to do, guys. I really don't, because I'm really in shit's Paddle Creek right now, just dealing with this crap, worrying that I'm not going to get my full paycheck for about 2 weeks or so. So I don't know, guys. I really don't. So guys, I appreciate y'all watching. Let me know down in the comments below, or share this feed. Try to get it out there viral. I don't care. It's just kind of messed up how Walmart's got crooked or corrupt. Yeah, you should put a crook managers and support managers working for their stores, that they don't know what they're capable of making people quit their job due to their actions and attitudes and what they say. So guys, I hope y'all enjoyed this. Make sure you subscribe and like, comment down below, like or dislike, I don't care. So till next time, thanks for watching.